Happy to be joined by one of the best coaches in the game right now, Eddie Cha, who, of course, is helping the Korean Zombie get ready for his main event against Dan Ige on June 19th. Eddie, how's it going, man? How are you?
I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. Really excited about this fight. We'll get into that in a sec. But first, I know you were telling me off air that I guess the camera crews were there filming Zombie. How was all that? Trying to balance the training and doing all the TV stuff?
It went well. They were filming USC Destin, so it was a 3-day process. So that will be aired, I believe, a week before the fight. And then part 2, they're going to film on Fight Week, and then that'll be released a week after the fight.
Yeah, and a little bit easier to do this interview this time around because we're in the States. You're in Arizona at Fight Ready. I know Zombie's doing his camp here. What brought you to that decision? Was it just, easier to get training partners in? Why did you decide to do the camp here as opposed to back home for him?
Well, we always want to do camps here. We have so many resources out here with treatment, therapy, training partners, all access to our coaches and everything else. So the last time we did the camp in Korea, just COVID was so rampant and crazy, and Zombie didn't want to come out here. And this time around, he's wanting to take that chance. And so we're here running our camps and doing our thing.
What went wrong in that Brian Ortega fight, in your opinion? What were some of the areas you looked at and thought, hey, we can improve on that going into this fight?
Nothing to take away from Brian. I thought he fought a great fight and everything else. And a lot of people were saying we weren't ready for the southpaw stance and the kicks and everything else. And 100% we were. I think the getting caught with the elbow was just wasn't able to recover. So
okay, no, fair enough.
That was just the biggest thing.
Yeah,
definitely learned a lot from it for all of us. And let me get over here. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. It's a busy guy. I totally get it. So
yeah, all in all, it's a fight. It is what it is. He'll be ready to go this camp around. I made a lot of adjustments. Yeah, super excited for him to get back in there against Dan Ige.
Well, and like you said as well, you're doing the camp at Fight Ready, which I think is more ideal, like you were saying, getting in different training partners, having different resources. It's probably an easier camp this time around, too, especially with the fact that the fight's going to be in the States as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The traveling's not as bad. Korea was tough. We had to get a 2-week quarantine when we got there. So that already wasted a couple weeks in play and everything else. We have, like I said, we have all our coaching staff out here. And then we're actually even going to just drive out there. So it's about a 3-4 hour drive. We don't have to deal with the airplanes, airports and stuff.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Let's talk about Dan Ige. How do you feel like you guys match up against him? He's got great striking. We saw that in the Gavin Tucker fight. Stylistically, how do you look at this fight?
I think it's a great stylistically. It's a great matchup. I think Zombie matches up well against anybody. He's right there as well.
There you go.
And, I think Ige is a tough opponent. He's on a hot, I believe, a 6-fight win streak or something like that. He's got a great camp, great coaching with Eric Nixick. And I'm excited to see, hopefully they'll put on a show.
Yeah, no, we're really looking forward to it. Who are some of the main training partners for this camp that Zombie's training with for Dan Ige?
We have 3 guys that are assigned to him right now. We're actually bringing in 2 more guys. It's hard because Ige's, I think Ige's a lot faster than most 45ers. And so we're bringing in actually a couple 25ers, 35ers with some speed. And then we're going to bring in some, BJJ black belts, wrestlers. So we're bringing a mixture of different guys, different looks, trying to match that speed a little bit and timing. But we have Hunter Azur, we have Ramon Salazar, we have a couple Hawaiian kids, Christian Natividad, and a few other guys. But we're constantly bringing in guys right now just to give them the best possible look. But more importantly, we're just kind of focused on him, what he needs to do, what to expect from Dan and his team.
Great. Now I know he's been training. This fight's, there's been a lot of notice for this fight, so I'm sure he did part of his camp back home. And then when did he actually get to Arizona? When did he start doing the camp at Fight Ready?
He got here about 2 weeks ago. This is our 3rd week of camp right now. He always kind of prepares before he comes out here, so he'll get his cardio up, get his weight down, just kind of stay in shape, and then when he gets here, we just run with it. So everything's going well. His weight's good. He's on point. He's getting his cardio's getting better. He's understanding what we want to do when Ige's an orthodox stance and southpaw stance. Just kind of going over strategy, watching a lot of film and things like that. It's all good.
Yeah, no, that's great. And does he have, like, I imagine being in the States, does he get the prepared meals from the PI because he's so close by, or how's he doing his weight cut?
Yeah, we speak with Charles from the PI. He's kind of managing his nutrition right now. We have a meal prep company. But yeah, as long as we get to a certain weight that we want to, and then we head out to fight week, Zombie's never missed weight. You know, he's always been on point. So weight's never an issue when it comes to him.
Do you think we'll see a finish in this fight? And the reason I mention that, Dan Ige is a Hawaiian. They're kind of known for being durable, and Dan's never been finished in the octagon. Is that something you're looking at with the game plan, you know, just knowing like that this could be a 5-round war potentially?
Yeah, I mean, ideally, Zombie's always looking for knockouts or submissions and stuff like that. But we always train to go 5 rounds, and this is what 8th main event, so he's gone 5 rounds every single time. So I don't think we prepare for 1 or 2 rounds that he's going to get a knockout, but definitely the Hawaiians are known to bang, and I think Korean Zombie is as well. So I think that's what makes it a crowd favorite fight, is that you know, they have similar styles, so to speak, but Zombie kind of did a couple interviews in the ESPN Destined as well, and he's basically saying if he likes to stay in the pocket and bang, he thinks he's the best at that game.
Excellent. And just last thing on him, you know, one of the things we talked about in the last interview was the conditioning and the strength work. And I remember you telling me about him doing the pull-ups, and, you know, the fact that was implemented in the last camp, and now you get a full camp for this one as well. What are you noticing with his conditioning in this fight? I'm sure it's a lot better than even the last camp, just because he's getting used to doing the right things.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a couple things that we're really trying to focus on right now. One is footwork. We talked about adjusting to speed and stuff like that, but I think I said before in a couple of interviews, is that Zombie's wrestling and ground game is so underrated. People just think of him as a brawler and things like that, as a striker aspect, but he can do it all. He's looking to open up his whole offense this fight. You know, we've been preparing for Ortega, Frankie Edgar. We've wrestled so much in those camps, defensive wrestling and things like that. So I feel like everything's in point. We're just adding a few adjustments, and it's going great.
Awesome.